Hey Bo, I love your channel. I've been watching for about 2 years now. I'm sorry if this is super long. And also, I would like to be anonymous. What's new? What's new?
Man.
I know. Okay, I'll get right into it. There's a huge issue going on in my house right now centered around my mom. I have 2 sisters. One going to college soon and the other is married with a family. As much as they get on my nerves, being completely alone with my mom is a no-go. Growing up, my mom was alright. That's fine, of course. The issue is now that my sister's going to college and I am the last one left, she feels like she doesn't have kids anymore. I have literally no clue why. In 2017, my mom and her boyfriend, a bitch-ass of 3 years, broke up. After the whole situation happened, she became so different. Literally started acting like a 21-year-old. Ugh. At the end of the year, we went to revival at church, and that was the night I truly let God into my life. This changed both of us for a while. She started living better, which was both a good and bad thing. She didn't drink or go out or date or even curse. She went on vacays and even went and got her body done to feel better about herself. Oh, mama got some shmoney, honey. Downside was that she became verbally abusive. This is where it got rocky. Your mom seems to be mood swingy. I'm not going to diagnose her, but y'all might want to look into that. When she came back, it was like she forgot about everything. She goes out a lot again. She's extremely rude and conceited. She got her body done. She don't know how to act, honey. I just hope her thighs match. I just hope her thighs match. The personality I have is the type to speak my mind and say the truth. We have gotten into so many arguments because of how she talks to me now. Like, super disrespectful and unnecessary things have been said. And the person I am, I just can't sit there and let someone talk to me like that, regardless of their position in my life. About a month and a half ago, I stopped speaking to her. Yes, we still live together. Yes, I ignored her. No, I don't care. You are hilarious. A bunch of nonsense went down involving my sister's scholarship and tuition, which put so much stress on everyone. Little old me didn't even know about it. So a few days later, she had to take me to do some service hours and she began yelling at me for just about anything. I said nothing the whole time. I just let her talk her shit. When she picked me up, I guess she felt better and tried to make conversation and I wasn't having it. So I went off. I spilled everything. I said the shit people think but would never say out of respect for her feelings. She then went on to tell me how I'm spoiled and privileged, not, for having everything she has given me. I don't know if it's just black parents, but the whole holding shit over my head thing is tired and annoying. Anyways, after the whole argument, like, honestly, black parents are really like that. Like, they're all... Like, when you argue with your parents or when you decide to speak your mind, they take it as disrespect. They take it as you're talking back. They think because they put a roof over your head, child, y'all had sex and had me. What? Who else finna put a roof over my head? Who else? Who gonna do it? Who? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean that you put a roof over my head? And what is your point? I didn't ask to come here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, black parents are so... They don't think. They really don't. Black parents are always right. They always fucking right. No shade, no tea, mom. Anyways, after the whole argument, she told me to get the F out and how she doesn't care about me because I'm ungrateful. I think your mom is suffering from something a little bit deeper than, you know? Even though I didn't leave, this was a huge thing for me because of my past. Upon finding out the reason my father was not in my life, I spiraled into a deep depression that took 3 years to overcome. In that 3 years, I completely isolated myself and even self-harmed. I thought it was my fault and I couldn't get out of my head. That day was important because I felt like I lost the last parent I had left. That's deep. Although this may sound dramatic, conflicts building up over time are worse than those that are sudden. I agree with that. She and I still have frequent conflicts and I don't understand why she doesn't get that she's the problem. She cannot hold things over my head, threaten me, and talk to me crazy and think I'm going to sit around and take it. So my question for you is, how would you handle this situation? Should I keep quiet for the next 2 years? I'm a junior in high school. And let this keep happening. I have asked relatives if I can move in with them and I have had no luck. Thank you for any advice you can give me. It is greatly appreciated. Yeah, I definitely think your mom is suffering from something. But I am not a doctor and I can't just be diagnosing people via email. Like, I can't do it. I don't think, like, I almost want to tell you to try to get emancipated, but I feel like that's such a roller coaster ride, and depending on where you live in the world, is it really worth it? What's the process? Like, you don't really want to go into the system, so it's hard to say. It's hard for me to tell you what to do in the situation. If it were me in the situation, because I live in Canada and I kind of know about stuff, I would probably get emancipated, or I would go to start living in a group home so that when I turned 18, they would put me, I would be in Children's Aid Society, and then they would start giving me money monthly so that I could have a home and stuff. And it's way different than like welfare and stuff, and it's a lot more money than welfare. You're so young, and I don't feel like you should be on your own, and I feel like you need your parents, and your mom is not trying to be a parent. And some parents are like that. Some parents do just snap out of nowhere and decide that they don't want to be a parent anymore, and that everybody grown and they need to get on. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need your mom forever. Like, I need my mom now. Like, now that I'm a mom, I still need my mom. So when people tell me stuff like this, it really like breaks my heart, because I'm just like, how could a parent do that? You know, like, me and my mom have had our times, and she has kicked me out, but like, I was old enough to get kicked out. You know what I mean? I wasn't in high school still getting kicked out, even though I ran away that time. But she didn't kick me out, I just ran away, you know? I think every situation's different, and there's some situations where the parent is the troublemaker or the antagonist in the situation, and other times where it's this child that's the antagonist. But in your situation, it's clear that your mom is on some other shit, and it's hard for you to deal with as a teenager. And I think the best thing you can do right now is pray about it and ask for some guidance and see where you're supposed to go with this, because you only have 2 years left. But in high school, you have a lot going on. Like, I remember high school. I had a lot going on in high school, and when you look back at it, it's gonna seem like it was petty bullshit. But when you're living in it, and then you have to go home and still have drama with the people that are supposed to make you feel good about yourself, like your mom, it makes living all the more hard, and it's not fair. You should talk to your sister that is married. She probably doesn't want or have the space to bring you in, but you're desperate at this point. If you haven't talked to your sisters about what's going on with your mom, then you should. And maybe you guys need to have like a family meeting. Sometimes those are good. Or maybe you and your mom need to seek counseling and go to some kind of family therapy so that you guys can get on the same page and the same playing field. Because right now you guys are like polar opposites, and your living situation is not working out. If it were me, I always tell you guys, I used to like write letters to my mom and tell her how I was feeling, because she doesn't listen. So maybe you should try to pen it out and give her the letter and see if she reads it, and see if she'll come and talk to you, and just put it on paper and let her know, like, Mom, number one, I still need you. You're supposed to be my mom. I didn't ask to come here, but you brought me here, and you're making me feel like you didn't want to bring me here. Like, you're not acting like my mom, and I still need you. Like, I'm only 16. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to break it down to her, or break it down to people how you're actually feeling inside, so that they can get it. Because at least when it's written on paper, you can get all of it out, and there's no yelling. Because when people start yelling, they're not listening. You can't hear. I know when people are yelling at me, I shut that ass all the way out. You can't yell at me, because I'm not going to communicate with you. I'm going to tell you to fuck off. So you might be that way. I don't think you should keep quiet for 2 years. But if that is what's going to be the best decision for you, then do it. If being quiet is gonna help you get through life, then do it, and talk about it after. Share your story after, or maybe you'll learn something through this process that you'll be able to help the next person, and say, like, I went through the exact same thing as you, and this is how I had to deal with it, because my mom was crazy. But yeah, definitely pray about it. I always tell people to pray about everything. There's nothing that I don't pray about. I pray about everything. I pray about everything. Everything. And my prayers always come true. So, not to brag or anything, but my prayers are always answered. Thank you, God. And also, you said you have been asking relatives if you can live, but you had no luck. keep asking the same relatives and be like, look, this is an emergency. I wouldn't be asking you guys if it wasn't super serious. Like, you guys don't know what's going on in my house, but this is what's going on, and I need to come and live with you. Even if you reach out to somebody that's on your estranged dad's side, like, you have to find there's at least one person, a friend or somebody, and if you get a job and you can like help the friend's mom pay the damn light bill, child, anything, okay? Get a job and try to keep your focus elsewhere. Try to spend the least amount of time in your house as possible. If you get a job, or if you just like stay out and stay at your friend's house and then go home just to sleep and eat and bathe, you know, then do that. The least amount of interactions with your mom is for the best. It smells so good. Every time I put it on, I'm like, oh my god, I smell like $1 million.
How much was it?
Oh my god, expensive.
Like 100?
No. It
70?
was.
It looks expensive and it's big.
Yes, 3 ounces. I think it was 70. Yeah,
Everything
I think it was 69.
Fenty.
I know. I do the videos for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, she does, her stuff's quality. Like, it's not like it's not quality, but I did think it was expensive. Hey, Bo, I love you and your family. I would like to remain anonymous. So I've been seeing this guy for about 6 or 7 months now. We have a great time whenever we're together. He's even told me he loves me and can't wait to see where this relationship goes. But anytime someone asks, he only refers to me as his friend. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Bye. See you never. Cheers. Like, bye. Even when I say something about being boyfriend or girlfriend, he just kind of laughs it off or says he has commitment issues. Red flag. Get rid of him. I don't even know why you sent me this. What should I do? I really like him, but I feel like I'm being taken for granted. Thanks in advance for your help. This is a no-go, honey. Get rid of him. Stat. Okay? He is a waste of space. Y'all in these long-ass emails. I can't. Hey, boo. I think she meant Bo. Hey, Bo. Hey, shooter. I love you and your channel so much. And you are just empowering and entertaining, and I live for your 40+ minute vids. Hey, thank you. Getting onto my story. So I have this friend called Allie. Oh my gosh, when I said getting onto the story, I had no idea she was from the UK. But she's from the UK. And I'm only 19 years old. Now when I say this girl is on a petty, I'm better than everyone and their mother gal, she would constantly try to be the center of attention at my university. She would constantly try to grind on every person whenever music came on, whether it was a party or on the way to class. She is flat as shit, and you can actually see the look on their faces whenever she would try to twerk.
Oh my god.
I minded my damn business. However, I felt by being close to her, I was a hoe by association, and this girl had a man but was still flirting with 22-year-old Ethan, Gio, and my ex, Mateo. My ex, but I overlooked it because I thought she had feelings for him, like some Romeo and Juliet type shit. Girl, I'm lost in your email, but it's okay. They are both body heads. Kiss my teeth. The man them on the streets are calling her name as we walk down to Central. Keep in mind she's 19 and they're catcalling at her, but the worst thing is she's putting on a show for them. Ugh. I had been talking to this guy who I seem to click with. Let's call him Ryan because I respect his privacy, as he is very, very private. Anyway, we always had FaceTime calls and phone calls all the time, to the point where half of my day may have gone and I wouldn't even know. We had been dating for around 4 months when everything all went down. Ever since I opened my stupid mouth about Ryan to Allie, she would never stop talking about him. I knew from the jump she was interested in him because he is a good-looking man and he was exactly her type.
Yeah, cheers.
Moreover, I would never have thought that she would ever start talking to him behind my back, especially since her boyfriend and Ryan both went to the same school. Our school is divided into a men's side and a female side, but that didn't stop her whole ass. Eventually, she tried to talk to my now ex-boyfriend. However, he wasn't having any of that, and he revealed the messages she had with him. I'm not the fighting type and I have no means to bring this up with her. However, I am confused on how the hell she got his number, as I didn't give it to her, and I said he's a very private person and doesn't give out his number often. He has a small friendship circle, and I wouldn't think anyone would give her his number, as I'm pretty sure everyone knows her tendencies. My question to you is, should I confront her on the topic and cut her off and not say anything, or blast her ass on every social platform I own? XO. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just gonna say XO. Hunty, when it comes down to this alley chick, you need to not blast her on social media. That is not classy. Okay, we don't do that unless we have to. That's like last straw, you know. What you need to do is that I would confront her, but my theory is that she either A, got his number out of your phone, or B, got her number out of his best friend's phone, which is her boyfriend. It's not rocket science. Like, she went in one of y'all two phone and got his number and started texting him and probably lied to him and say, I got your number from blah 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 so and so. But I mean, if it's her boyfriend's best friend, I'm kind of confused as to why he didn't say anything. Or did he? You like left some stuff out of this. I need more details, honey. But she's trifling as hell. You need to stay far away from her. I do think you should confront her about it and then cut that ass off. Hell, in 2018, you shouldn't really have to explain to people why you're cutting their ass off. You just need to cut their ass off. Yeah. You don't need to explain shit to nobody. Cut that ass off and keep it the fuck pushing. Sometimes you want to let people know why you're cutting them off. You want to let people know how fucked up they are. Okay? So I would personally confront her about it, but I wouldn't post everything on social media. Hi Bo, I have a slight problem I don't know how to deal with, and I need your advice. I'm a teenager who is very interested in self-pleasure, to the point I want to get a vibe. I'm just scared about what my mom might think. I don't want to get pregnant or catch any diseases, so I figured meeting my needs might as well be with a vibe. I'm not sexually active for this reason. How do you say I should go about this? AdamandEve.com. Use the code BO at the checkout for 50% off any one item. And you might even get free shipping if you're in US or Canada. The shipping is discreet. It comes in a random brown box. Sometimes it comes in a white bag. But I definitely would say to use my promo code. I don't want the package showing up and then my mom opening it, nor do I want her upset with me. I have my own credit card to pay for it and everything. Well, ship it to your friend's house. I don't know what to tell you, girl. You didn't say how old you were. You just said that you were a teen. I'm scared that if she finds out, she'll be upset with me. Bo, what do you think I should do? I think if it comes and your mom's like, what the F is this? Just be like, look, mom, I'm a virgin. I don't want to have sex, but I like to play with my cootie cat. So either you're going to give me my damn vibrator and we're not going to talk about this again, or you're going to keep it for yourself and I'm going to order me a new one, okay? Don't be opening my mail, first of all. See, if I had to order something and my mom didn't open my mail, me and her are gonna have a fucking problem. I don't care how old I am. If I have a credit card, I obviously got a credit card so I can order shit, and you open my mail, me and you have an issue. If you feel like this is what you need to do, talk to your mom about it, tell her about it, and let her know that you're not sexually active, but this is something that you think that is gonna work for you because you're not trying to be sexually active with another human being. And I think any mom would probably prefer this to their child having sex and potentially getting pregnant or getting an STD because is dirty, you know? So, in my personal opinion, I would order it. You can get next day shipping, pretend you sick, stay home from school so you can get the package while your mama at work. Like, there's a whole bunch of ways you can go about getting your actual package. You can literally order it to somebody else's house that's not gonna care that you're ordering it there. If you have like a cool auntie or something, or a friend's house, you know what I mean? There's so many different ways around this, but I would definitely say to just do what you need to do, okay? Because I'm all here for waiting until marriage, child. Hey, Bo, keep me anonymous, please. There's this guy who goes to my school. Let's call him Gus. So I started talking to him through Snapchat, and we were going pretty well for a few days. But did you get a streak though? He would always be the first one to view my shit on Snapchat, but then one day he just stopped. I was like, okay, but that same day he sees me in the halls and deadass stops, stares me up and down and pulls his phone out and walks away. Like, oh, okay. I left it like that. I wasn't going to say, oh, so you can't say hi? None of that. I said, nah, maybe he has a girl at school that I don't know about. The next day, my friend, let's call her Sarah, messages him and asks him if he's got a girlfriend. He asks why, and she tells him that I was feeling him. He says he doesn't know who she was talking about. Well, excuse me. Excuse me. I was like, okay, maybe since she used my full name and he only knows me by my nickname. Sarah sends him a picture of me and he just cracks a joke about the background. Then Sarah says she'll put him on, but he left that message undelivered. I was like, whatever, it's fine, we're fine, but he continues to view my shit hella early, and in the halls he always stares at me. Not only does he stare at me, but his best friend, who hates me, never stops staring at me in class. Like, her vision is locked on me, when it never was before I started talking to him. So Sarah found out that he's a quiet, shy type. But I don't know if he's just embarrassed to fuck with me since I'm a year younger than him, or if he's really not feeling me. Sorry, that was long, Bo. I just need your opinion on it. Thanks, girl. He's a weirdo. I wouldn't even give him the time of day anymore, because, like, don't play fucking games with me. Don't be like, on my Snapchat, but then in person you're gonna be a fucking weirdo. If you fuck with me, then you fuck with me. If you don't, then don't. But don't be, like, being weird about it. If you guys were talking on Snap and then he's gonna act like he doesn't know you, fuck that. Like, fuck him. He don't deserve your time, sister girl. Y'all need to stop fucking with these lame ass. Like, stop it. Dead them. They're irrelevant. One more, because y'all just doing dumb shit. Hi, Bo. My name is Shasha, and I am 17 years old. I'm an upcoming senior, and I don't know if I can make it anymore. My mom and I have been having problems for some time now, and I am so extremely tired of it. Ever since I started talking to this guy, it seems as though she doesn't want me to be happy. She pressures me about him and I dating when we are just talking. She always finds things that's wrong with him and constantly paints him as a bad guy. All right, Chun-Li. Mr. Chun-Li, okay? Recently, I got home and there she is on the couch with a Switch, LOL. And she starts saying nonsense like, every time that boy says jump, you jump. You never appreciate anything no one does for you. You are selfish. I want to start treating him like your sister's boyfriend and call the police on him for trespassing. Fuck wrong with your mama. Tell your mom to get her fucking life. Like, what is going on here? Now, mind you, he has been nothing but respectful to her and me and has never came into the house uninvited, and I ask him to take me places. He rarely offers. This is why I keep my relationships or people I'm seeing private. I just feel like anything I do isn't enough for her. I get straight A's, I'm respectful, and I do anything she asks me to. She compares me to my sister a lot as well. I'm my own person and I speak up for myself when I believe something isn't right. She always pressures me to be buddy-buddy with her lazy-ass boyfriend, but every time I say I'm not comfortable, yet she goes off. I can't talk to her about personal things anymore without her going off on me and my sister. And my sister never even has my back, and I always have hers. I just feel like an outcast. Please help. Keep your shit private. Don't bring him around. Do you in private. Okay? You don't have to share these things with your mom if she's not supportive. And if you are not dating this guy and you're just talking to this guy, I don't see the big deal here. If he's not getting you into trouble, what is the problem? Everybody just has a crazy mom this week or what? Like, everybody telling me their mama's doing the absolute most. I can't. Hey, Bo, I love you in your videos. I saw your video about your church experiences, and as a fellow Christian, I can see your reasoning. But my question is about your being abused. I was when I was a little by a cousin. My parents don't know, and I'm not sure if they need to know. I am in college trying to move forward in my life. My boyfriend knows about this and told me I should tell them. I feel like I'm not ready though because I am worried. The family dynamic will change. Should I tell my family or just wait until I am ready? Also, my cousin has a child now. I think you should tell your parents. I think that you should also confront your cousin, and who cares if it changes the family dynamic, you know? I feel like you have to have open dialogue when it comes to stuff like this, because that's the only way to heal from it. And that's really all I can tell you. But I would certainly share it with Well, I'm not gonna say I was certainly sharing with my parents because I never told my mom. My mom found out through YouTube, you know what I mean? And when I recorded that video, I'm in a room by myself talking at a camera. I'm talking to a camera. Yes, I have an audience. You guys are gonna see this after once I edit it, but I'm in a room by myself and it's like I'm just voicing. I'm just having a voice, you know? It's easy that way for me, at least. But it's hard for me to have that discussion with my mom because it's not something I like to talk about. And so when my mom saw the video, the recent one I did, of course she wanted to talk about it, and I was like, Mom, no, because she's like, she asked me what happened. Like, she's like, what did they do to you? And I was just like, Mom, please, like, ew, like, no, like, I'm not talking about it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I'll tell you who, I'll tell you where I was, I'll tell you, you know, the minor details, but I don't want to get into the gory details. Like, nah, I'm good on that. But I do definitely think you should tell your parents and have that conversation. When you open that dialogue with your cousin, you might get an apology, and that can really help you to close that wound. Anyway, you guys, as you hear, my daughter, she needs me. Okay, she's teething really bad. And so, she's not doing well today. She's really, really fussy today, miserable. So, I'm going to go love on her and make her feel better, okay? I love you all. Y'all know where the email's at, okay? And I will definitely see you in the next one.